Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank you very much for checking out this video. Just like the previous ones, please remember that this is a live recording of me talking to everyone in the Small Account Mastery at Simpler Trading. I'm doing this trade to help compound a small $2,000 account up to the point to where it could potentially generate an income of about $200 a day. And the reason for $200 a day is simply just because that's about a $45,000 a year salary, which is a decent spot to. If you can consistently hit $45,000 a year off of $200 a day, you could obviously make so much more. But I think that's a good goal to initially take 2,000 to grow to that level, and that's the goal there. But when you hear me talking to people, it's everyone in the Small Account Mastery, all the members there, and I also have been yeah, I had a lost train of thought there, but yeah, that's who I'm talking to. Yeah, talking to everybody in Small Account Mastery, you get to see my commentary, my thought process on the trade today. But today, like I said in the video and the recording, price was coming down to support. And honestly, I was thinking bearish. I'm mainly bearish longer term in the market, so I do think my bias is kind of skewed that way for the day. And I have a lot of shorts as well, but those are longer term going into October. But so I was leaning bearish, but support was respected. The squeeze started pushing higher, so we sold some puts. But you can check out the video if you have any questions. Just go ahead, write them in the comments section. I'll go ahead and get to them. And if you're new here, subscribe, like, you know the thing about all the famous YouTubers say to do. Go ahead and do that for me. And but yeah, and we'll see if this happens again tomorrow. But that's all. Take care, everybody. There we go. Sweet. All right, so you got your yacht ready, Dennis? Excellent. But like I said, per the rules, we're down about 1%. We'll probably wait. Since I am doing this in a small account, I am once again going to be pretty picky on entries if I'm going to do it. But I will give you my analysis. For those of you that are trading a larger account and you're thinking about doing it, I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But knowing that when there's these larger moves, volatility picks up, and that's typically where I stop out the most in these type of environments. Since it isn't a small account, I may just step back and not trade it, but I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But I also want to see how it all shakes out as well. So not 100% yet if I want to do it or not, but I have to see the setup I want to see. But as of right now, obviously we're down almost 1%, and with this strategy, all we have to do is think about where we think price is not going to go today. And we're kind of running into the support level here. I'm going to go ahead and draw a line across. And before I get the question, because it happens quite a bit, where did I get that level from? Line. Okay, there we go. All I'm doing is connecting this peak, and you see how that kind of messes it with it here, and that's where we're right where we're sitting. So it could potentially be a support zone, though it's I will say it's not very clean. It's kind of a more of a call it a soft zone, basically because price price is coming down into it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm getting my little pin here so I can draw. All right, sweet. There it is. But yeah, just from right here, these little zones, and you can see price was a little bit congested there. So being that far, or this down almost 1%, the question is, do we flush lower, or do we kind of come back up and test? And that's kind of what we're going to do, just sit and wait and see if it occurs. Any questions? Does all that make sense? That's as far as what I'm thinking, as far as the DTE trades go. As far as the portfolio goes as well, we only have that SPY position on, which I will check on here in a moment. And what I do like about it is how we took the profits from that one DTE trade and just rolled it into that position. So it allows us to still do the DTE trades and have a swing on. All right, so as of right now, the position is up 36%. So we'll see here. It expires, I believe, next week. Yeah, well, we still have 11 days. Okay, should have went shorter term for sure on that one. Morning, Cole. And everyone else out there. All right, let's see what we're going to do. So what I was doing was looking to see what's popping over here. Actually, Facebook's kind of moving up higher today. Why is Meta up? Meta, I think, is just gonna uh, it's gonna do what I call price acceptance, really. About Meta, like why is it up? Since we're gonna wait on this, we have time to wait. We're testing the VWAP right now. Support obviously held, starting to push higher. So main question is today, are we going to come back up and retest the 3,900-ish level? So I'm okay with not rushing into the position. And also, as far as Meta, like if you're questioning that one, I can cover it real fast. As far as how price action works and how I view it. So Meta's had a pretty big flush lower, right? Like did this huge flush lower. What what price typically does after a huge flush lower, especially after it pays this long, it's going to retrace really, just a bear rally. It may rally up to about 155 and then roll back over, but it is going to basically just bounce and then continue on. Theoretically, based off how it looks, that's what I'm looking for. I have a short position on it. Would like it to go down. But how was everybody's weekend? Anyone do anything productive? Have some fun somewhere, maybe? Family weekend in Ohio? Nice. Been in your kitchen like a poor man. My wife and I were doing a wall in my office. So we have a textured wall, but it's kind of like a button board. So we put up this board to make it smooth, and I did this whole design. And it's kind of that's what we've been working on. We got it all up finally. I don't know about y'all, but I've never been a roofer or anything like that. But cutting triangles is not a whole lot of fun if you don't have a whole lot of experience. Just gonna throw that out there because it was a lot of trial and error, that one. Dex Rabbit got some rain. Nice. And we'll see what happens here. Who knows? Maybe support will hold for the day. Yeah, the wall is kind of in the background. Yeah, you're right, Pavlin. Yeah, it is. We got much more to it done. Yeah, but that's a now we got to paint it. Wife wants to paint it black, but yeah. JC son still in the puts. It's funny. What's going on, Seer? So just some switches in your kitchen. Nice. Nice, awesome. Oh, there's the question, Courtney. I knew that was the question was going to be asked. Were you here at the beginning? Where did I get that? No? All I did was draw a line. I told you I was going to be asked. It's always asked. No reason to be sorry for asking. I'm just saying because people always ask it, and that's exactly what I said in the beginning of this session. I said someone's going to ask. All I did was connect this line and that, or the the lows right here and just drew a line across. And that's where price is holding. So if you ever want to know where price or area where price is going to react, just look to the left and you'll see it there. Boom. Well, so my thoughts at the moment is the 15-minute squeeze is obviously pushing up into VWAP, right? So the 15-minute squeeze is going higher. We're testing VWAP. There is no squeeze on a 30-minute, and then the 1-hour squeeze is firing low to the downside, but we're right on support. We got 2 buy arrows off of the support level. So the question is, does it hold? Does it not hold? At the moment, it's tough to say. I could see the thought process of support holding, and we do push higher. And because if you look at it from the big scheme of things, if we go to here, actually, you know what? Price may not even go anywhere now I'm thinking about it for the day. Mainly, the reason I say that is because of all the Fed talk this week. Price may just kind of drift sideways until they talk. But anyways, now that we're rolling into this support, we may push up and retest this resistance level. And it's cleaner on the SPY. So as we've been falling, we'll come here, and then price may come up to retest resistance up at 39 or 389, and then roll back over, potentially. But we'll see. A lot of variables being thrown at us this morning. Great. That is correct. Yeah, it's close enough to the 1%. Actually, let's pull up Forex Factory. So there's no crazy news today, but then we can look at, here we'll just do the whole week actually, and so Monday, nothing too much. Tuesday, nothing too much. And I believe, here they go. Wednesday, FOMC, there's some talking going on. And I believe Thursday. Oh, there we go. I was like, what is going on here? Yeah, see all this at 1 p.m. So Wednesday, we will not be doing this trade. And does he speak Friday afternoon as well? Good to know. I'm not sure when there's a Darvas box level down there at 38.83. Right on. Good to know. Well, it does look like price does want to hold back up at the moment. So we'll see if everything starts turning around. So a whopping 10 minutes have passed. Let's take a look at the internals. Something I haven't looked at yet. Well, the VIX is falling. See if we get, see all this congestion right here. We'll see if we can push up through it. Yeah, ticks are pretty neutral right now. What are y'all thinking? You know what? Nothing's wrong with starting the day with a good morning poll. What's your thesis? Sounds cooler, right? And this is for the day, right? So you bullish or bearish for the day. And you see right now we got 63 responses, so mainly leaning bullish at the moment. And I could agree with that for now, for the day particularly. All right, so we got bearish for the day and bulls. All right, so we're starting to slow down some. Give me 10 more. Can we get 10 responses or 100? Oh, boom, and we got it. Oh, now everyone's clicking the button. Where were y'all a few minutes ago? All right, so cool. I'll get that posted to y'all. Wish to see. So everyone is mainly bullish at the moment. Yeah, he has his new toy going right on. Yeah, that's a possibility. Reversing to the 21 EMA. I mean, I don't know if we're going to get to the 21 EMA, mainly because there's some levels in the way, but a reversion to test any of those levels is pretty possible at the moment. It's a good assessment there too, Mitzi. Now, the ticks haven't really got above zero yet, so I want to hop on a long trade. For me, the way I like to look at this is context of the larger time frame and play it all together. And context of the larger time frame is lower. But this is an early out signal to the downside, right? And we do have buy signals, but I see it hold. So 15 minutes have passed. At this point, the way it's moving, by the time 30 minutes go by, we're going to be late to the game. Let's see what happens. See if we do pull back to VWAP, which is at 38.67. But so what I would like to see, just a quick recap what I want to see. So if support is going to hold, and we're now above VWAP, a 15-minute close above VWAP, the 15-minute squeeze is pushing higher. And then there is an early out signal on the 1 hour squeeze indicating that this support level may hold for the day, and may start to shift higher. And then all we need is a 15-minute squeeze to keep pushing. But since we're going to utilize the rule of waiting 30 minutes, see if we get a pullback to VWAP. And if we do and it holds, then potentially enter a long at that point. I just want to make sure we're going to actually hold. And then at that point, which would be 30 minutes have gone by, we will know if this candle is going to hold as the squeeze is starting to shift. Yeah, still no signal at the moment. You could have played the pop higher. I mean, there's tons of ways you can slice and dice this. Like you could play the pop higher, or you could play the pullback. There's no for sure way, but Mincy has a point. Ticks haven't really got above zero. Like they poked their head up and we're right back down. So we'll see what happens. No, I switched to a 30-minute because of the 1% move overnight. It's one of the rules in the course. Martin. So yeah, not due to the squeeze. Y'all have any swing trades on in your own? What y'all got swinging anything? What y'all got? Other than like what we have in here, which is just a short spy position. Just curious what everyone else is trading. So I know a lot of you have other traders you listen to, your own theories and whatnot. You fixiness here? That's TG talking, not you. Adam, you're long a spy put, right on. You have a longer term 38700 SPX, nice. C dubs, you have puts on materials and XME, right on. Trading those ETFs. Joe, you're selling puts on EPH weekly, right on. Yeah, that one I'm long on there too. In day's trade, late seems we get a 20-point pop the first 15 minutes. For a call crest rate, it could be day's trade. I mean, that is as long as you have the setup. I think there needs to be more to the setup versus um, for me anyways, for a trade, it needs to be. I need more than just like, hey, typically every 15 minutes or the first 15 minutes there's a pop. I personally like to see a little bit more, but that is that is a possibility. Is what you could do. What you're saying there. Spires today, Keith. Right on. The breath on the spy is not strong. They're showing. Good to know. Well, it's a tough day, but the VIX is falling. The VIX decline is going up, but you see how the ticks is kind of stalling here. If it is going to continue, obviously we need to go higher, but we'll see. Walmart calls, right on. I bet all my longer term positions are probably getting. I'm net short, so this pop up today is probably have me down a little bit. Not too bad. The other thing that makes it difficult, so even though the squeeze is pushing higher, like what if it's a possibility we may just stop right here? So you do have to really know your entry. So if we are going to go long, I would like to get it long and a pullback within the first hour. Otherwise, like I mentioned, probably won't be another no trade for me anyways, based off of the small account. You put Chris Red possibly there, KP, but nothing at the moment, no position yet. But it does look like price does want to revert up. Just saw what you said there, and you're slowly moving to a dual sensei. Kind of funny. I need to look. Not sure if David put any of his magical lines in front of us. That's not it. Also makes sense that we would revert. This is a standard deviation for VWAP. And every time, typically when price gets extended to these levels, you get a reversion if it wishes to quit popping around on me. There we go. So you got extended, got sucked back into VWAP, got extended, then you typically get a move back towards it. There we go. So we were near a tree line, or sorry, snow line, down here at 3880. Oh, that's a spy. Let me fix that. That's 3830. And there's another one at 38, 39, 34. Ticks on toss is just literally just spell it out. It $ TIC. Okay, Jennifer. And Adam, I only use tick um, for the most part. I don't get overly complicated with reading market internals. I'm certainly no master when it comes to it, but you can kind of see the general idea of how it works and how I use it anyways. This is all I use is tick. I have never actually used the other one you're asking about. All right, see if we can get that reversion. Where'd we go? Whoa, whoa, whoa. So what I'm doing right here is I'm just seeing where the volume's at, and you see we're kind of like we're down here where it's kind of like we hit a little pivot right here. We are starting to push higher, but 39.90 is kind of the start of the wall that it's going to have to climb to get up. But the reason I'm pulling this up is because you can see the volume come back down to VWAP if this is exactly where we're going to go. Now watch the VIX along with the tick. Yeah, for the most part. All right, so we have 4 minutes go by. Also noting yesterday's VWAP level is about 38.75. Oh, not yesterday's, but Friday's. See what happens around here. And this is just a tick chart, and I'm just watching it to see how fast we come down the VWAP versus a time chart. Have any of y'all placed a trade on your own yet? Today, anyways, is what I'm referring to. Any of y'all hop in? Kind of a tough day today. But you have a larger account. You have a little bit of a buffer. But since I'm doing the little 2K account, I have to be very precise on mine. So you did call credit spread. Got the puts. All right. Iron butterfly. Call. So some of y'all did calls and puts. Awesome. Ferrari went long. Facebook at the open. Nice. Hey, hoping for a flat day. Nothing wrong with that. That's the beauty of this whole thing. It's a little bit flexible. Well, waiting here. So we are stalling at this zone right here, right? So the question is, we're going to go back down or not? It's true, Andrew. So, right on. We went long for Facebook. I hope Facebook doesn't rally. I'm short Facebook. Barely against me though. It's all good. Yep, the VIX decline has slowed, but I will say the ticks haven't really done anything. So you see how it's kind of, so we did open low, which makes sense after the big decline. We got the rally up. The average, the moving average, hasn't been able to sustain above the zero line yet. So maybe just a sideways to neutral type of day. But for me, like I mentioned, I like to be on the side of VWAP, which is currently all the way down at basically 3870-ish. So waiting to see. We have 1 minute until the hour is up, or the first 30 minutes is up, sorry. So there it is. Now the question is, do we strike or do we not strike? That's a good question, Rafting. So will I consider rolling out at any circumstance or stay at the 3 times hard stop? Trades goes against you. Well, that goes, for me, I personally don't want, I don't want to do the rolling idea. I think the rolling idea kind of, in this, for me anyways, for me, whenever I get a little too fancy with my trades, I kind of just end up digging myself a hole. So I'm just gonna, I won't do the rolling. That's just not my jam. Gurmeet, so 30-minute breakout now. Yeah, that's one thing you can do. I'm not sure if we're going to get a 30-minute range breakout today. What I'm wanting to see is how price happens. If we start to get back below VWAP, we'll probably throw on a credit spread. But if it doesn't give me a real clear signal at the moment, then I may just not place the trade today. So there's a 15-minute sell signal right here going into VWAP. So now we got to see if it holds. And then another thing worth noting is how this is back negative. But just want to wait and see if we get a clear picture. But it also may just be sideways, so that's also something worth noting. Hobo, you got to call credit spread. Nice. See what happens. If we get back below VWAP, I'll consider that. And the reason I'm not exactly just chasing it because I like to be on the side of VWAP. I have seen VWAP respected so many times that it's silly. Kind of like right, got close to VWAP now. I'll zoom in. But this strategy is also forgiving, so you can kind of do it either way. So we got to test a VWAP, see if we do push higher off of here. That's a strong rejection too. I don't know. The ticks never really got positive. Negative 600 and down it goes. Yeah, they're all kind of moving together. Really wrapping some success with rolling it out. It's good to know. Yeah, me, I just, like I said, the more fancy I get, the more times I end up just digging myself a hole. So I kind of just don't do it. Those arrows, that is the reversal arrows. Um, they come with a multi 10x bars on steroids package, and they're also a, I believe they're sold separately as well, but they are the high of low. They used to be the high of low bar or low of high bar arrows, but I believe they're called reversal arrows now, dug inside the simpler store. No, no kidding, right? Yeah, the fancier I get, the worst I get. And almost, I will say I do think that the rolling idea feeds a mentality in trading that doesn't, that is not a positive outcome. Basically, if you keep on rolling, it's kind of like you're trying to avoid a stop out or a loss. You're trying to avoid a loss. And so, therefore, it really seems counter. Uh, I don't know if counterintuitive is the right way to say it, but if you're continuously rolling out, you're trying to avoid a loss. And for me, I think if you just accept losses, your trading could do much better versus trying to find a way to not accept it. So I kind of just, like I said, like I mentioned in the class, accept the loss. But if you continue rolling them out, let me know. Yeah, Adam, I'll cover the 10x here in a moment. 15 or a little lower is at 39. Right on. That's well above high of the day for sure. If we saw cost credit spread, it does seem like a potential trade in this year. It absolutely does. Does he get mad because I do more work and have more stress and still have a loss? That's exactly right. See what happens here. So price has come to VWAP and it was respected, right? This is why I watch VWAP so often. So it came up, came down, consolidated against it, and now we're moving back higher. So in this case, selling a put credit spread looks like the way to go based off of price action. Okay, market internal starting to push higher. VIX is going lower. Let's see what kind of premium there is there. So ES, the put side. Like I said, I'm going to go higher deltas. And I'm not pulling the trigger as of yet. I'm just pricing this out. So 1300. It's about 2 grand there. Let's see, am I in the small account? Yes. So I'm just looking there. Access denied. Price out the call side. So what if I was to do 39.10? I'll do 39.15. Yeah, ticks are still staying pretty negative. MVP, yeah, it is resistance level. All from right here. You see how it stalled right here? Now it's starting to pull back some. Alright, I think I may get in a little bit early and sell some calls. And the only reason it's early is because price is still above VWAP, but I still think price does want to come lower based off of the tick still being negative, we rally right up resistance and failing, and the squeeze is still negative on the higher time frames. So it does make me think that this is going to potentially peter out. All right, market, make your move. I'd like to know which way to take this thing. What you got, Nasir? What we got here? So make sure I'm reading this right. All the red lines on the bottom is support then, right? At that price level? Right, a lot of support. Yes, okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. So VWAP is holding, and now we're pushing back higher. So we have decisions to make here if you're going to participate. Dark pool decision today, Gurmeet. Now there's we're below all the heavy dark pool levels, so I'm longer term still short. But all right, so VWAP is going to hold. So you see how we're holding, it's starting to push higher. The tick's starting to go, VIX is falling. So the put side does look like it's the way. And the reason I say that is based off of also how we come down the VWAP and held. And we're starting to cross. It does look like it wants it. All right. 16s, or don't want to bring it up a little bit, get a little bit more premium. Still hesitant on it though. These days, yes, it's quite a bit shifted from SPX. Yeah. Well, we're gonna get this little breakout. All right. Think I'll do this. So this will be in the actual small account. What I'm looking at doing is selling the 3840 puts. I'm gonna buy the 3805 puts, and I will be getting out early. So don't forget that as well. One. All right, so just got filled. for $2.90 of credit. So let me type up that alert. 0 DTE ES did the 38.40 38.05 put credit spread for 240. Oh, sorry, 290. Stop loss is 3 times your credit received. Yeah, all right, so that's the position we're in. See, we're up currently 1% on the account. Like I said, I will lock it up early. Just looking for price to continue pushing higher. SPX version is still the same deltas. I took about a 20 delta is what it was. Hear me. I went higher delta because I'm closing the position early because it is a small account. If you're going to hold it much longer, then I think going further out. These are adjustments that I have discovered is worth doing based on the account size. But we are playing this setup is based off of how the squeeze, 15-minute squeeze is firing. We are above VWAP. Support did hold, and we did get buy signals, and we're back above the hourly 21 EMA as well. So it does look like price theoretically wants to at least move up to sideways. And you got to remember this strategy, you don't need a huge move higher. Like y'all guys give me play-by-play of JC, but he's looking for a quick directional move. I'm looking for a sideways move, sideways to up or sideways to direction move, I guess is the way to go about it. But all we have to do is make sure really support holds, kind of. Let's see. Higher delta, you exit early because you're getting more credit. Is how I'm theorizing this whole setup. Credit was 290, like the alert shows up there. It is a put credit spread, that is right. With the higher delta at exit early, yes, that means you're active a little. You manage the position. You're more active with it versus just letting it ride, and that's how I'm trying to grow the small account with it, right? So with it being so small to get it growing, the theory isn't to just throw it on and leave it away. It's kind of to be a little bit more active with the position. So like if I see reasons to get out of the trade, I will get out before the 3 times the credit received based off of the price action. But those are adjustments I have made based on the account size. Now, if it's a larger account, then sure you have more wiggle room to let it ride. But with a small account, you don't. It's with the SPX, the strikes is the same delta. I'm not particularly looking for a percentage gain. But I don't like how we're stalling here. But just for a quick recap, the setup is so the 15-minute squeeze is going higher, support held, right? And then we got to move up. And it looks like the squeezes are starting to shift to at least sideways to the upper range. Now at this point, like sure, the pullback may continue lower to VWAP, but as long as VWAP holds and it continues to push higher, then I'm okay with holding the position. You should be able to do it in a small account. Greg, I just did. Are you in an IRA? All right, so to trade futures in an IRA, most brokers require you to be at least 25,000 to trade or to trade futures. Period. Yeah, no problem. But we'll see how everything plays out now. See, went right up to that little hump there. So currently down $7. And all I'm going to do is get that set up just in case if I do got to bail. So I sold the 20 Delta 20 puts. Cool. So, all right, now I'm just gonna let this work. I'll catch y'all guys free, but I will manage it and get out if I need to. And as at the moment, it does look like it's kind of chopping. We may end up just cutting it early. Like I said, I am going to manage the position as it is kind of stalling, but I am going to use VWAP pretty much my trailing stop at the moment since it is a small account. So that is the trade I'm doing there. Basically, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, but if you trade ES futures options, you only literally get half the credit. So even though mine says $2, right? I actually only got half of this. My stop loss is based on the VWAP group. If price breaks VWAP, I'm going to close the position. Is basically what it means. But everything at the moment is looking like I'm going to go higher. But if we start to break it, then we'll go ahead and cut it. Take whatever lashings we have to take on the position there. But yeah. All right. So just once again, that way everyone's clear. 15-minute squeeze is pushing higher. Price pushed up above VWAP. And support held on a lot of larger time frames. So it does kind of look like price wanted to go at least up to sideways for the day, but doesn't mean the story can't change. VWAP for today. This is today's VWAP. It's not anchored anything. Yeah, I'll be clear on that too, Jets. I am cutting it. Like you can still use your 3 times the credit received. That is fine. But since I am doing it in the small account, I am a little bit more aggressive on my management. So that's the only reason why. And I'm basing, for me, because it is a small account, I'm doing the spread itself, like what I just said there. But yes, if you're trading a large account, you can keep your 3 times the credit received. So everyone good? Awesome. Um, in a large account, no, Grimmy, you do not need to trail. I'm only trailing as a small account. And then Adam, for my exit strategy, I just did. Said I'm going to use the VWAP as the trailing stop loss, and then I'm going to lock it up at probably about 1% of the NLV is what I'm looking for. So probably at this point it's going to be $20 or so. When I did the spread, yes, Nasir, the it was more of a 20. I didn't go above 20. I know that for sure. The spread wasn't. It was about a delta 20. And the reason I did that was for the small account. Because if you think about it, higher delta means larger stop loss. So that's some tweaks I've been messing with. Oh, the positive target side, yeah. I'm going to try getting just 1% of the net liquidating value, which, like I said, for this $2,000 account is only $20. Sorry, I misunderstood your question, Adam. But that's the plan there, everyone. But I do need to get prepared for my options room session. But I will be around. If you have any questions, go ahead and throw them in the chat and I'll answer them. But that's pretty much the plan there. All right, cool. But I will keep y'all updated and I will do it again tomorrow. Until the rest of the market gets all crazy during the news, then we probably won't. You're welcome, Jimmy. All right, just want to make sure everyone's good. Cool. And those of you, just manage it the same way you have been. And right now the position's kind of just going sideways, I'm sure. Oh, it's up about $20. 21. So we're up 1% NLV right now. And VWAP's still holding. So the more sideways we go, the better. But if I start to lose my warm and fuzzy, I want to go ahead and just cut it because you need the warm and fuzzy. So if you're trading SPX equivalent, then you need to do the deltas. It's based on the delta of the position is pretty much all it is. So don't worry too much about the strike price. It's more of the delta there, Trader Joe. Yeah. That's pretty much it, because there is some variances with it based off of other factors, like because sometimes the ES is quite a bit different than SPX as far as the price goes, because it's not the exact same all the time. But cool. Yeah, Pavlin. All right, cool, everybody. Absolutely, Rachel. All right, keep everyone updated. Hopefully, we have another chicken dinner, and we'll see how things go later on. But like I said, all right, I'm gonna go get ready for the options room. But everyone have an awesome day, and I'll keep y'all posted. Yes, Lorna, thank you very much for your help. All right, take care, everybody. I'm popping on really quick for you guys, let y'all know. So I'm going to try locking in about 40% of the credit received, and I'll send an alert here in a moment. And the reason being is because you can see right here, the 40% is roughly about 2.5% of the NLV, and the goal here is to just to keep compounding it and get it and getting it growing, right? So just so y'all are aware, I'm about to lock it up, and I'll let y'all know in a moment when it does. Actually, no, we'll do it right now. So let y'all know, small account, I'm just going to lock up about 40%. A little bit more, actually, but see if it gets filled. All right, and then I will send the, and I just got filled. All right, so letting y'all know. Let's see here. See, it went from 290 to 170. So yeah, roughly 41% of the credit received. See, and that brings us to so how much did that we make for today then? Actually, yeah, click here. All right, so 58 bucks ish for the day. So we started with 2,000, we're up at 2,200 right now. So close the whole position there. And but yeah, so y'all guys have any questions here? See, make sure everything's clear there. But yeah, made roughly 2.5% NLV. And that's why I locked it up early. If there's any questions, I don't have any concern about it rolling back down. Like the whole system is playing out right now. So if you have to, you can go back to watch the recording as well, but I'll break it down again real quick. So we were patient due to the 1% move. Honestly, there's a lot of levels in our way. We weren't too sure, or I wasn't too sure about which direction to really take it. But the reason for going long was we were on support. The squeeze was pushing higher in the lower time frames. And then before I like to go into the face of the other direction is I wanted to wait for confirmation that this squeeze was starting to shift. That's why I used the early out signal candles, because even though this was red down here, it was telling me that it's starting to shift. So if support's going to hold and then the squeeze is shifting on the larger time frame, then the lower time frame squeeze is enough to get us pushing higher. So I think nothing is wrong with letting it ride. I simply just closed it up early, all because it's a small account and the point is to get it growing. And once it's larger and I no longer have to worry about that, then I'll let them ride like I do with larger accounts. But since it's a small account and growing it, locking it up early is what I think is the best way to go about it. So that's pretty much it. Another successful day down on it. And but yeah, that's the whole trade there. How large should it be to let it ride? Um, that's really up to you. Really, I mean, there's no real account variance. Like if you're trading SPX, I say let it ride. But I did ES where I can't place a stop loss. I can't. I have to watch it more. So therefore, in and out. And I got in with larger deltas for a larger stop loss. So therefore, um, I came in with the intentions of getting out early, and I'm going to stick to what my intentions were before Any type of emotion can potentially evolve from it. So therefore, I'm just going to follow the plan at time of entry, which was lock it up early. You just closed your out as well there. This year, close it out as well for $900. Nice. Hey, right on. Yes, Grimmy, I'm doing ES features for the small account. Yeah, no PDT rule there. But all right, everybody, I will go get ready for my session in the other room. But that is it for here. See y'all again tomorrow morning with this one, and I'll keep y'all posted as far as our short swing trade is concerned. Yep, awesome. All right, so everyone have a great day, and I'll see y'all again tomorrow, and we'll do it again. Take care, everybody.